Hey Dragon Ball fans! If you haven't noticed from the title, today I'll be talking about the Dragon Ball Super manga and why it's far superior to the anime. I'll be focusing on the Goku Black arc, mainly because it has the most noticeable differences and it fills in the most information gaps. At first when I watched the show, it was pretty annoying how there were so many loose ends and open-ended questions, and I was extremely satisfied when they were tied up in the manga. I'll start with how the manga portrays Trunks. After breathing a huge sigh of relief that awful Super Water arc is over, I remember seeing the scene where Trunks is running away from a hidden figure, and that figure is revealed to be Goku Black. In the next episode, you see Trunks running away for his life, while Goku Black is chasing him, and every time they come into contact, Trunks is beaten. Trunks never actually goes Super Saiyan, or he never flies away, which is pretty confusing considering that he can do both of those things, and it seems like it would give him an advantage over Goku Black. May ends up taking most of the damage, and Trunks is forced to escape, leaving her for dead. When watching the show, I was pretty confused, and this literally made Trunks seem like a chump considering that he couldn't even fight for himself. But in the manga, it reveals that Trunks has been fighting Goku Black for over a year. This means that Trunks barely had any stamina, not even to fly, much less turn Super Saiyan. This makes a lot more sense why he actually didn't fight Goku Black. Another thing about the manga is that it reveals Trunks' power level. I'm not talking about the numbers like over 9,000, because you can't really evaluate once you hit Super Saiyan. I'm talking about his power level in comparison to Goku and friends. Goku challenges Trunks to a fight in the manga, and then you end up seeing how strong Trunks really is. In Trunks Super Saiyan 2 form, he can keep up with Goku's Super Saiyan 3 form and even ends up beating it. This means that Trunks was able to surpass the Super Saiyan 3 level, which is pretty intense considering that he had nobody to train him and he was just doing it all by himself. The manga goes into the depth of Trunks' relationship with the Lord of Lords. Apparently, the Lord of Lords took Trunks as his apprentice so that he'd be able to fight poverty and prevent the resurrection of Majin Buu. Trunks ended up defeating the Demon King in Babidi, but the Lord of Lords had to sacrifice his life and able to make that happen. The Lord of Lords' death triggered the death of Beerus because their souls are intertwined, which means that Goku Black is able to come in and cause chaos to the world without facing the threat of destruction. Goku Black is also quite different in this manga, mainly because he has different skills and different qualities. I say this because in the fight between Goku Black and Vegeta, Goku Black actually starts by going Super Saiyan Yellow, which is what we call Super Saiyan 2, before going Super Saiyan Rose. Remember when seeing Super Saiyan Rose for the first time, you're thinking, whoa, that's awesome, but what actually is this? I don't get it. Why is his hair pink? What? Well, the manga actually explains this. Because Goku Black has the ability to become stronger with every near-death experience, this enables him to activate his God Ki and reach his own level of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Unlike Goku and Vegeta, instead of his hair turning blue, it turns a rose color because he has his own God Ki, and basically that's the reason. It's kind of underwhelming, but at least they give a bit of background and they don't just throw it at you. With his new abilities as Super Saiyan Rose, along with his partner Zamasu, Goku Black makes quick work of Vegeta. Goku is forced to retreat carrying Vegeta's unconscious body back to his own time so that they can escape with their lives, leaving Trunks and May out to fight for their own. This is a pretty interesting move. It was in the show, but it's portrayed in a different way in the manga. Vegeta flies off to the hyperbolic time chamber in order to train, while Goku learns some Alfubo with Roshi. Trunks and May are struggling against Goku Black because it's basically an overwhelming power difference. But the Lord of Lords from Goku's time appears and teleports him to their own planet. When Vegeta and Goku come back to Trunks' time, something is obviously different. Goku knows the Malfuba, and Vegeta seems cockier than usual. He challenges Goku Black to a one-on-one fight, and then something amazing happens. He transforms into a Super Saiyan God. Yes, the red-haired form that was featured in the Battle of Gods movie. I like this because this is Toriyama's way of preventing something like Super Saiyan 3 happening all over again. What I mean by this is that Vegeta never actually got to use the Super Saiyan 3 form just because it wasn't available to the plot, and I thought they did the exact same thing in the anime show. But in this manga, they actually make Super Saiyan God a lot more useful because it has more speed than Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, and it uses less power. Vegeta uses this slightly less weak form in order to beat Goku Black because he's not running out of energy, but he can still pack really hard punches. I really enjoy how Goku followed suit as well. It's funny because it took over 100 episodes in the anime for Goku to use the Super Saiyan God form again when he was fighting in the Tournament of Power. Speaking of Goku, the manga also makes Goku a lot less dumb than he is in the anime. What I mean by dumb is making really foolhardy decisions just because he's kind of crazy or cuckoo, I don't know. But he seems to make a lot more mistakes in the anime. In the manga, however, Goku's Malfuba doesn't work because Roshi gave him the wrong seal instead of Goku just forgetting it out of pure stupidity. The epic fusion of Vigoroth also is in the manga, but it's also a little different. The reason why Vigoroth separates is because he uses so much power that the Potara rings can't take it. It's not just because of a 1 hour time limit. The 1 hour time limit is actually used as a different plot device, meaning that Goku and Vegeta are just trying to stall Zamasu long enough that his fusion will just separate after 1 hour. After the Vigoroth fusion fails, Goku and Vegeta are left basically to fight without any power. Then, another hilarious plot device comes about. Trunks has healing powers. Apparently, when you're made apprentice by the Lord of Lords, you gain a special ability to restore people's stamina, but you can only do it once or twice per battle. When Trunks offers to heal Vegeta, Vegeta actually throws away his opportunity and instead tells Trunks to heal Goku. He admits that Goku is actually much stronger than him. For something that's glossed over in the anime, this is actually a pretty big character moment for Vegeta. He's swallowing his pride and actually acting for the greater good instead of acting all selfish like he normally does. He flies in, saves Goku from Zamasu, and throws him towards Trunks. Then, he starts taking an epic beating where he tells Zamasu to kill him because he's not going to lose his pride over that. After Goku is healed by Trunks, Goku becomes True Blue! Yeah! True Blue is when the person is able to contain all of their Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan energy internally, so it's not bursting all out. This allows for extended use and more powerful attacks. True Blue is able to actually 1v1 Fusion Zamasu while being equal, basically. Goku almost beat Zamasu single-handedly by using Beerus's destruction technique. How he learned that, I have no idea, but it's super cool seeing him yell, "Destruction!" and then watch Zamasu crumble away. The reason why this doesn't work is because Zamasu uses the classic villain move and holds Mei hostage, and he even comments a little later that that was kind of a cheap move and he's kind of sorry he did it. Right around this time, his fusion starts to wear out, but instead of turning into that weird purple-green thing that he is in the anime, he actually ends up splitting up into two pieces and then becoming basically clones that have the same power. This is completely unexpected, and it makes you think, how is Goku gonna get out of this one? The Lord of Lords is actually pretty useful because he has that teleportation technique that can teleport everybody back to a certain place, and he uses that for escape. But Goku and Vegeta basically say, you can go on without us because we are just gonna fight till the end. Goku is actually concerned because Zamasu threatens to destroy all the parallel worlds, and that means his timeline is going to be a part of that. But he's just trying to stall while the others get away. This shows the heroic side of Goku, and I really love seeing that, especially when he's partnering up with Vegeta to save the day. You also get to see one of Vegeta's new attacks called Gamma Burst Flash. It's basically a version of Final Flash, but the blast radius is wider? I don't know, but I still think it's really cool. Then it's Deus Ex Machina when Goku summons the Lord of Lords to basically destroy the whole universe, just like how the show ends it. The manga doesn't have Trunks' Spirit Bomb sword, which was a pretty cool move, but it was kind of able to be avoided considering how the Spirit Bomb usually finishes off everybody. Well, it only finished off Majin Buu, but it's still a pretty overpowered attack that's used a bit too much. All in all, I honestly think the manga did a better job of explaining the story than the anime, but there were a few key points that I kind of missed. I already mentioned Trunks' Spirit Bomb sword, but there's also the epic battle scene between Fusion Vigoroth versus Fusion Zamasu, and there's also Trunks' Super Rage mode, which basically gives him the power of a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. If that was explained, I'd be very satisfied, but it wasn't, but I still miss it, so it's okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is my first Dragon Ball Super commentary video, and if you want to see more, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.